Hey Baboos, this is Chatty from Just Chatty, and today's podcast features Shroff, India's best female flair bartenders. And she's going to speak with us about how her life has changed after watching the movie Cocktail.
Yeah, so the first thing is, surely you're in a very unconventional career, and you seem to be rocking it also. Did you ever think you're going to be in something like this?
I don't kind of, in a way. I didn't really specifically think as a career option what I'm going to do, but or I was career oriented as such. But I was, I knew I'd do something different or something strange, or I knew I'd be good at that probably also. So, but it sort of started off very organically.
Okay.
A hobby that became a profession, and I didn't sort of do a course, but I kind of learned from bartenders who taught me on the job, and learned from the internet and whatever other means there are. Just by practicing you learn stuff. So, it kind of, that's how it started off for me, and it was just a fun thing that I was sort of doing. And so in a way, because I knew I get inclined to such things or anything interesting, I still am right now, sometimes exploring random things which might not be connected to my profession, but then I end up having to practice something so often that you make it a part of your profession in some way, maybe. At least I manage.
You never know,
like freelancing and flair bartending, and I'm going as a guest bartender or a consultant or a trainer. So these one-off events and these specific dates. So if I'm providing something unusual or something else along with that, or adding some like other skill sets, also add value to your profession sometimes, So in a way, like the juggling arts, I managed to connect them to my profession, and now I also perform like a juggling performance, and that's sort of separate from the flair bartending and the mixology part of it, but it's a part of my work as well.
Okay.
And I think flair also kind of gave it the an easy approach to juggling, because flair involves these movements of objects and control of objects which involve hand-eye coordination and other skills which are also required in juggling. So they're quite similar.
Okay.
And,
So it seems like a fun thing, and it also seems like a very unpredictable day, It's like,
sorry?
I said it's a lot of fun with what you're doing, but also seems like it's a very unpredictable day that you follow. You probably...
like my days are very random and different from one another, and depends on what I'm occupied with at that time also, So it's just lucky, sometimes it's other things, sometimes I'm in the mountains, sometimes it's work back to back.
Okay.
And it's
Also, it appears that you're a very sporty person, You're out, you love adventure, you go out,
Yeah, I do love adventure.
So that kind of helps your profession also as well, because you need to be pretty much agile.
As a flair bartender, sort of, you do, in bartending, for sure, like, it's a job that you're standing and on your toes sometimes. Ideally, if your bar is well organized, you don't have to run around too much. But, it does involve, hand-eye coordination, even if you don't flair, I think, like just how you handle the bottle and how you handle the various objects that are around you and how skillfully or efficiently you manage it. That is what is flair, So flair is not necessarily creating a performance or a show or juggling various objects that you use in the cocktail while making the drink, but it's just how you do something with such ease that, it makes it look very naturally smooth, but still unusual for others to do the same thing, Like just maybe how you pour a liquid from the bottle, people might pour it differently, and you might just give your cuts, and the pour might be so elegant, and the way you hold the bottle, or the big measure, or how you even drop the ice into the glass, all these little details, how you place the tissue paper. So they can be flair in various elements, just on how, with what finesse do you handle the object, So that's what flair is pretty much.
And has it ever happened that while you were doing something and an accident happened in terms of you dropped the bottle or the glass, or those days also happened to you?
A few random moments here and there, nothing that was a big mess in some way, but I remember one of the starting of my career things, like the first few months of my bartending career, I'd done a move which went and crashed into, like the bottle went and landed on like a whole bunch of glasses, so the entire pile, the back bar, where usually the glasses are. And it was a little bit, it was a big loud mess. I mean, that was something I remembered because I was new in the field and that time it's like, oh, it was my first big mistake, but nothing like that big has happened, or maybe dropped a glass, sometimes dropped a bottle and it's broken, but that's still quite rare. And in the bar, I don't toss around the objects as much. Like it's also sometimes busy, and I add a step or two only, and I make the cocktail. It's not much of a performance. Also, sometimes the light is low, and all those various restrictions. People come in the way. Don't want to take too long.
Yeah.
So the performance, I think I sort of step out of the bar and I do it outside on stage, dance floor, specific area.
You need a lot of space for something like this.
Not necessarily, but I need the spotlight. It's good to be in a space. Or even if you create a bar counter but you're on stage and you make a little bar setup and then you do a flair show, any show for the audience, and it's a 5-minute routine or something, you make a round of cocktails and that's the performance,
Okay.
So that can also happen, but that's, I sort of don't do that. But there are, I do that a little bit inside the bar, sort of with the work flair. And I do that sometimes. It can be done actually. It's a setup that's required and stuff. So. Yeah.
So do you get encores of saying once more, those things happen?
Yeah, sometimes. But sometimes, not so often also, but it's, because also I think it's a performance that,
exactly. It can be, it's very overwhelming also to see someone doing that, And even as a performer, I would say it's like you're right up there on stage and the world is standing there to watch you. So it must be extremely,
I love it that the audience is very connected, and sometimes very often the audience I think is connected, or it's a great audience, and they are appreciating what you're doing, or they're watching at least what you're doing. It's nice, and that's what the performer needs to be watched, or an artist needs to.
Yeah, that's what everyone looks for, You need that attention.
Sometimes you have a crowd also, I think it doesn't respond much, or are busy doing something, or it's not the right
environment.
They're not giving you the right spots to be seen well enough. So all these little things sometimes matter. The moment when you're doing it, also the music to which you're doing it. If the music is not right, sometimes there's an outdoor function and there is no music, and I'm not playing much, but if I do a little performance also and there's a small little speaker in play, or it's like each thing makes a little difference, I suppose. But majority I think events are great, and the place is there, the crowd is great, and the music can be of my choice, or the music's already playing which I enjoy, and I just dance to whatever's there. So it goes quite smooth. And,
Do you remember the first day when you just started your bartending, and I'm going back a little in history, and how did you feel about it?
I think there was one event which I'd done in Bombay, and some house party thing where I didn't even know at that time what was vodka, what's whiskey, or what is anything, what is the difference between them all. And I was 17 or 18 back then.
Wow.
And, so that's when I got into bartending, when I was almost 18. I was 17 but almost 18 that time. But that event I can't really count because I was just sort of pouring drinks in a way, and I didn't really bartend, but sort of that was my first encounter with getting inside the bar and handling alcohol, ice, guns, all these little objects, So it sort of was the first, and a few months later only our first set of events came up in Goa, where we went, and that's when I sort of learned on the job, and we were working under this bartender, these two bartenders, Sean and Ankit, for a month, and then Sean taught us a lot of stuff, and after that it sort of just took off, and things came our way. Enigma happened, we worked in the Marriott for a few months, that's where we learned a lot. So these are my main areas of learning, where I picked up the skills of the profession in a way, and then there was a competition I participated in, and learned from other bartenders, the internet was there. So just trying out stuff on your own sort of, and trying it behind the bar, and it kind of just went that way.
Do you need to enroll into courses constantly to upgrade your skills and your knowledge? Is that?
It can be a good thing. I mean, depends on the course also. There are these bartender courses like in Bombay, but I think once you do one course, that's good enough for you to enter the profession. But your learning stages after that would be through practicing on your own, and through maybe watching videos of bartenders, or you have sometimes online courses which are teaching you something specific, or is it a course that's teaching you something specific different from what you already know, or in more detail, or an advanced level of flair, things like that. So these things will help one grow in their expertise and improve their skill sets, which is important, I think, for them to even get better at the profession, to maybe get better jobs, better salaries, higher positions, all those things, it helps. So
speaking of which, is this a well-paying profession?
It can be, depending. It can make it very specific, and so industry that's growing a lot, and food and beverages.
Yeah.
But again, it's also a profession which is quite open in a certain sense that it's quite creative, and if you can provide something that is not already there or is very new, and it's not a market or, promote yourself well or just to be out there and to be found, I think then it's like, it can be very lucrative, it can be very well paying. So people have turned the profession into where they started their own company or started a bar school, or the schools might not be as great paying in a certain sense, like from students and such, but eventually it goes into you're hiring these bartenders out, or you're consulting for spaces and bars and menus. So if you work as a consultant, there's good pay. If you specialize in wines and spirits and you're maybe doing trainings or working for a liquor brand, if you're really good, like they'll pay you more than whatever their budget or their certain salary bracket is also. So it is kind of flexible in that certain sense. And tomorrow you can always, if the skills are there, like people can always start their own venture also.
That's just true.
You can be creating syrups for a syrup company. You could be consulting for these new brands of liquor brands which are popping up in India also and coming up especially in Goa and stuff. You could be a brewer and specialize in that. So all of these are different from bartending in a way. But
they are linked in some way. It's an offshoot.
Correct. It can be an offshoot. Or, for me, I've specifically, I've also been majorly bartending has been a part of my work or what takes up my time. And some of my time also goes to, say, consulting and training and menus and things like that. But that's what it's all part of my work, which is all around bartending and also performance. So I sort of, there are 3 titles I kind of use to it. It's like a mixologist and a juggler and also a flair bartender. So all 3. Because all 3 kind of different from each other, and mixologist kind of involves maybe planning a menu for a space or working, fixing the menu that they already have, and working with cocktails and curating my own cocktails and which I sort of use when I'm as a guest bartender to a place, and I do a little bit of guest bartending while I'm making these cocktails, which are probably customized to the theme or to the event or to the preference of the guests or the clients. And the performance juggling part comes outside, which I do a little performance, which helps bring attention also, and from there I get a lot of work and a lot of inquiries. So it's kind of like a mix of people needing a bartender, and some needing a performer that I get called for either,
So this is something you do it alone, or do you even require a team along with you that,
Actually, I do it alone, but if we need a team, I put it together. So it depends on requirements. Very often they are at a venue and a space where they already have a bar team. They want someone to come and add a little more, something special and more interesting and jazzy and some interesting cocktails and a performance, and that's when they call me then.
Does it involve a lot of travel as well?
Quite often. Within India mostly. But it's a lot outside Bombay that my events come up. Goa, so next month I'm going to go to Goa, but I'm going for a juggling convention. And Goa, not as much work happens. I don't know how, so some work does come up from Goa, like corporate events and one-off weddings. The majority of my work is corporate inquiries and weddings that take place. Or sometimes a big birthday celebration or launch or something like that. But it's anywhere, it's any city. It can be, there was Chennai, I did something in Jodhpur recently, last month. Sometimes it's a nice destination when I get to travel a bit also.
That's the most exciting part.
I like that. And Pune was there, and then something happened in Bombay. Tomorrow there's something in Bombay. Hyderabad are going end of the month. So, the places are random in a way.
So it also means that, you work later. So in terms of, safety and all that, does whoever posts you, they take care of you?
They take care of me quite well, I think, at least now as I did before. And there's accommodation already sorted, transport internally sorted. Sometimes I'm staying at the venue itself in the hotel where the event is happening. So I have to sort of go from my room to the venue and back to my room again. And it's all quite peaceful. And I've traveled as a backpacker, and I've traveled and stayed in places which have just like a tiny little hut kind of a space, and in the mountains or Goa or wherever, So I am quite okay with
going
going anywhere. It's a little rough also, sort of. But so this is very comfortable and very fancy for me, and I kind of enjoy that also.
I think once I see this a lot about about sports kind of people, they wouldn't mind roughing it out, and whatever it takes, because they're used to it. They're used to the sweat and grind. So,
and yeah, I mean, I think if you're traveling as a backpacker and you want to travel for 1 or 2 months and you have a small budget or you're not making money, right, for those months, then you're going to travel on, say, X amount of budget, you want to spend on other things also. So, and the stays, like, I mean, these are beautiful places, so a simple stay is all you kind of need sometimes, and it's nice that way. I like it sometimes that way. So, I've had those trips where I've traveled for a long time and I've stayed very simple and traveled, like, as basic, and I think it's also, like, friendlier to the environment and other aspects.
And you meet new people and you have new experiences as against a 5-star, travel.
Yeah, and if I'm going for work and I'm going for 1 day only and I'm just going and I expect to be all, like, well groomed and, like, at high energy and I want to be comfortable and stuff. So I don't mind, like, being put up and being taken care of nicely, and that's how I kind of expect it to be. Whereas, like, when I'm backpacking, it's a different mood and different journey, altogether. So it's you're prepared for something else that time.
Okay.
Accordingly. So
If you had to give any advice to girls, women who want to get into this profession, what would that be?
There's like sexism is very subtle that exists all around us, and sometimes you don't feel it, you don't realize it, and it's how people.
And how much you let it affect you.
Yeah, and how randomly it kind of comes, and people also don't realize sometimes certain sexist jokes are not acceptable, or just certain things we say it very casually also, and it can be sexual with men or women, both. It's the whole in the groups that we put people into. So that is your thing, and it's tough to kind of give advice, and because each situation is going to be different. I don't know what's a generic sort of thing, but I guess they should just do their own thing and decide like their own.
Self-preservation is most important.
Self-preservation pretty much. I think. Do what they know. In that situation, they need it to be done, and I think we should speak up more than we do, and just question everything. I suppose
not
that we have selected for ourselves also sometimes. Like, do we really want it, or like it's a part of our personality, we like it, or is it something we have been surrounded with and expect to be, or and that's let's trash that out. So
because you're with so many people all the time, your industry is such. So it's, I think, important that women are also aware of what is happening rather than just being so. Sometimes you get so involved that you don't notice what's happening. I think it's important to be a little intuitive and see what's happening around you, and then just take care of oneself, because nobody else is going to do that.
Yeah, I mean, the only way to feel safer is to put yourself sometimes in scarier spaces more often, just to go out there, and like, if you think it's, like you want to feel safer at night, and like like in India also, it's very messy for women. It's like probably, it's been rated as the most unsafe country of the world now.
Correct. Absolutely.
Based on what is happening, and all that adds to the overall impact, and like us not wanting to step out on a lonely street to walking at night or working at night, and all these things, but we want to kind of do it more, because also like our presence makes things safer, like you go on the street and you see women out there, you suddenly find it safer, that road is safe now to walk on. Our presence just has the energy of safety attached to it, that we give out, like I think so. But I want to be out more. And
I know that feeling, because I travel home late pretty often.
Anywhere, like, you see a road full of men, and there are many such roads.
One woman is all that you need to see, that's it. You need a little bit of comfort.
Somewhat, but what I mean is, like, if you automatically see a gender ratio balance, like it just feels safer. Children make a place safer. Like, you see children, you see pets, you see women, like, things which don't feel like that much of a threat. Sadly, that's how it's become in India, and it should not be.
It should not be, unfortunately, but
around the world, but in India we have just a different level of the problem.
We're just regressing back again.
We have, and at the end, gender violence and the safety for women, transgenders, there's none in this country, so it's a very neglected.
They're the most neglected lot, unfortunately.
Our judicial system, government,
But as you said, each one needs to just take care of themselves as much as they can, because nobody else is ever going to do it for them, So
and just do what you want, and not like care less a little, worry less a little, and like the world is unsafe for sure, but we can't, like, there's no way to prevent things in a certain sense, and
And you can't say lock yourself up, at home and saying that I'm not going to get out either.
Exactly, yeah.
That's not an option either.
So sometimes, like, walking down that lonely street or getting out at night will only make you feel, like, more confident the next time you do it, and the next time you do it, and the next time you do it. And that's the only way, I think, to sort of, feel free. Like, I think just doing it in a way.
Amy, what is the ultimate dream for you with this profession? And what would you like to see yourself?
Lately, actually, in fact, the next year, I want to give myself some time to try and learn about permaculture, earth homes. I've already done a little small course in earth homes, but like mud houses and permaculture and using natural materials to, like some paint, to various things, like just anything to do with recycling or, sustainable creations of sorts. And that's what I want to kind of learn more about. And in a year, hopefully, I'll see how much I can sort of understand and practice and operate it in a way possible tomorrow.
Okay.
Or I'll completely change my profession, or I'll...
Yeah, you never know, yeah.
I don't know. So,
yeah.
But I eventually want to make the bar scene more sustainable because I find it very, very unsustainable. Right now, the way it's being practiced, it's horrible. There's so much wastage, and there's so much gold that's getting wasted. It's like,
wow.
Like from your organic waste, which almost no bar or restaurant or hotel even, compost, which is like manure, like that's like black gold, they call it.
Exactly, yeah.
It's amazing, and many of these places have plants. They'll have a few things, they can have a little herb garden if they want. Like you have like green manure that's going to be coming from the waste that you're otherwise throwing away. From your paper, the cardboard boxes, to cans, to plastic bottles, to all that.
Bottles and plastic is so much of it.
Yeah. Either you can completely say no to it and go for other alternative things, and just say no and just go with glass or just throw something else, and like not have plastic or have cans and have plastic bottles which make sure they get recycled in a specific way at a specific source, and like all these details like if we sort of work on, there's so much that like bars can kind of be more sustainable at, like from the bottle caps to the corks, I feel there's so much we can do because we are generating like numbers of them every day, like hundreds of them. So you can create like funky art, and there's so much stuff that people have made with.
So much of recycling and upcycling you can do.
Yeah, true, exactly. So,
in fact, slowly since you seem to be moving towards that side, you could actually, it could be a performance with a purpose. So next time when you do it or whenever you can convey a message saying,
I want to figure out how to do that, though I haven't yet cracked, like, how do I make this happen? Like, if I'm going for, like, do I consult to a bar and make them go a sustainable path, or if I go for my events, can I make sure that I take everything with me in such a way that there's absolutely almost waste? Whatever waste is generated, figuring out, nothing goes with junkyard, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the latter, what you just mentioned, that makes a lot more sense, and that's a lot more in your control initially, at least.
Yeah, so for that I just have to sort of create a setup, and I need to know more about it myself. That's why I'm giving it a year to educate myself a little more, and then if there's a way to have a service where the bar we provide is completely sustainable. I think people would also like, there are many people interested to have a smaller carbon footprint and would like to.
And an increased credibility of the bar as well, the outlet. It just puts them in a more noble note. I think, everyone should do that because that's not happening at all. You don't know how much food is getting wasted.
From a commercial point of view also, like a bar might do so well just because of like how much recognition they get for such a move, and it can be like very profitable to them in the long run, So it's just, I think it just has to like sort of fit together and like create like what needs to be done there. And I think it's also something that you kind of learn on the job, and as I'll be practicing more and more.
And the more you direct yourself towards it every time you're doing it, saying that I want to make it sustainable, I want to make it eco-friendly, or give out a message, I think those answers will just come to you as well. They just fall into place. So I think it's a question of manifesting it and
putting it all together.
Putting it all over there. So I think it's fantastic. I really like this interview, and thank you so much.
Okay, Babos, this was Amy Shroff on Cheers Chatty podcast. Amy, thank you so much for being on our show, and especially sharing your noble thoughts on performance with purpose. Cheers to you, and hope to see you many more times. Thank you.